Good morning. I'm Janie Parrish with the Wadsworth Chamber. I was still talking to you, Michael, and I noticed the camera was on. You know, I saw a little video clip one time where a newscaster was fired for that.
Really?
Like she just was kind of, you know, checking her lipstick and all that.
As much as they pay us here, you probably want to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, because you know what? I can't. And especially since we're asking for makeup artists.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
That's right. So anyways, I'm here with my beautiful, debonair, charming co-host, Michael Reynolds, who's the president of our Wadsworth Chamber, as well as a director of sales for the Post newspaper, as well as the owner of the Pine Valley Golf Course, he and his wife, Lisa. So good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Janie. Thank you for that great introduction, as always.
Yeah, well, we're out of time now, so.
See you next week.
Okay, well, speaking of beautiful, we're here with Nicole DeWitt, who we just found out was related to Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company, and Michael said she could have been Four's Company, but she would have been the baby on the show. Yeah. So good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I like her. I like her. And not just because she's a chamber member.
That helps, though.
Yeah. That does help. It kind of warms my heart a little bit. So she is our newest in the area Aflac agent. And what a great story you have about how you got to become an Aflac agent, because this was not something in the works.
No, it definitely was not something planned, but I came from the medical field. So I was an office manager for a physician, and you know, there's lots of changes anymore with independent surgeons. So I found myself needing to explore other opportunities, came upon Aflac, and I absolutely love it.
Now, did you look at a lot of different insurance companies when you decided this is where I'm going to go?
Not really. That's not even where it started. I kept on looking, you know, for in the medical field, office management positions, and you know, with doing so, insurance just popped up. So Aflac came about, and we have a great regional manager. Her name is Amanda, and she's so inspiring and motivating. So the minute I was able to interview with her, I just knew that we'd be a great fit.
And then you got to meet the duck, and it clinched it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you probably have a lot of ducks in your home.
Yes.
Is that any
We
real
do.
ones?
No real ones, no real ones. But one of my sons, he does try to take the ducks often, and that's all you hear. So.
Oh, okay. Okay, so in talking with you, I know that you grew up in Barberton. Okay, so where were the physician's office? Was it always in Wadsworth that you worked, or was it in other areas?
So I actually started with a group of 6 doctors, and they were in Akron. And then the group did split up, and I came to Wadsworth in 2008. So I've been a chamber member since 2008, but was affiliated with the doctor's office. And then most recently
with Aflac. Yeah. So tell me, what was it that so drew you to Aflac? Because that's a huge career change.
It definitely is.
It's a risky one.
It is.
Too.
It definitely is. But being able to help others is really important to me, and I definitely get to do that. While in the surgeon's office, we had a lot of emergency situations. You know, I did work for a hand surgeon, so a lot of times there's car accidents or things happening at work, and you know, fingers are being injured or amputated. And so I found, you know, these patients would be out of work because of these surgeries. So with Aflac, we do have a short-term disability plan, so it helps cover your paycheck in the event that you're too sick or too hurt to come to work. You know, we also have an accident plan, so obviously those situations aren't planned, they're accidents. So I felt there definitely is a need for it, and I truly believe in the company too. So I just knew that it would be a great fit.
It's interesting that you mentioned the hand surgeon, because I actually know 2 different people that were in car accidents that were off work and they had to have hand surgery, and because of all the little fine bones in there, and it immobilized, and they weren't able to work for quite a time period. And they, you know, from not minor accidents, but not really major accidents, but enough that it damaged their hand.
Exactly. I'm actually working with a towing company as we speak, because while on the job, one of the employees they were trying to hook up the vehicle and they were actually run over, out of work for 6 months. So they didn't offer major medical there. So not only was the employee without a paycheck, so we actually are working with that towing company to get every employee an accident plan and short-term disability. So,
because you always hear those stories about you're only how many paychecks away from homelessness, and so if your livelihood's taken away, just something out of the blue happens.
And too many times we're so busy with life that we forget about those things until it's too late. It happens, and now you're not insured. So.
Right. I like to always think, if the last paycheck that you just received was the last one you were going to get for 2 to 3 months, and that thought scares you, it's definitely a good thing to look into, short-term disability. Yeah. And the good thing is, just sitting down with a business owner, we can see what fits. With the towing company, he actually needed to find expenses for his business, so he's going to do an employer contribution.
Nice. And
pay for those for his employees. So instead of getting a raise, they actually have a couple policies, which are great. It'll help retain those employees and attract those new ones. But he's also going to get a tax write-off in the end. That doesn't always necessarily fit for everyone, but just sitting down and seeing what fits best with that business owner and that company. It's a great way to at least offer benefits, and it doesn't have to cost the company anything since they are voluntary.
Boy, that's nice. Yeah. So tell me what kind of training you went through to become an Aflac agent.
There's certain training that you have to do online. You do have to take an exam and have a license. So, we do have to go through that. But I like to think that you're always learning. It's an industry that's always changing. So you're always learning, and I'm always up for the challenge. So
now, where is your office?
We have an office in Medina and we have an office in Canton. So
okay. And how many people are in your office then?
We have anywhere between 50 to 100 agents here in the region, I believe.
Wow. How big of a region is it? What does that cover?
Well, we have, there's several regions in Ohio, but then, we have all the other states too. So, there's Cleveland and Columbus, Cincinnati, we have North Territory, there's a lot of us.
Oh, boy. So you're considered an independent?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And you know what? That's nice as well. There's certainly a lot of benefits for that.
There definitely is.
To be an independent. I don't know if that would be considered an independent contractor. I like those words. That's what I want to be, is an independent contractor.
It's pretty much, yes.
Yeah. So you have been around Wadsworth for a long time, grew up in Barberton, but and we were talking about some of your favorite places in Wadsworth. So where is it that you like to go?
One of my favorite places is Sonnet's. I love to eat lunch there.
Okay, good.
Love the coffee.
Very good.
We were right there by the hospital, so
well,
it was just a quick little
jaunt up there, yeah. And I'm thinking, because you've been in the Wadsworth area and visible, it's not like you stayed in your office and never left. You've probably built up a lot of relationships to start an Aflac business.
Oh, yes, definitely. We do have some accounts here, in Wadsworth that I'm working closely with, so it's great.
I said you grew up in Barberton. We're at in Barberton. What side of town?
Right now I live over by the hospital on the east side.
Okay. Very good.
But they're moving to Wadsworth in June.
Very good. My family had a business in Barberton for a long time, but over by the west side, it was a convenient food mart and a laundromat. And, over by Leach's is over there. Leach's Meats and Sweets.
Yes, Leach's Meats and Sweets.
What a combination.
I didn't grow up there, but we had the business there, so familiar with Barberton.
Yes, I'm really familiar with it.
Welcome soon to Wadsworth.
Yes, thank you.
So where do you see Aflac going?
Aflac is growing. We're number one in the marketplace because of our duck, so I don't see that going anywhere but up.
Yeah. So will there be new benefits, do you think, coming along with an Aflac membership?
You know what? I think that they're always looking for, ways to improve and help others as well. And, now that you mentioned that, we have something new too. I mean, this just came about where they actually offer guaranteed issue life insurance for lives of 10 or 15% participation in a group. So we'd never done that before. It's a great way to at least offer life insurance to employees that might have some medical conditions, where they may have been denied before, or, because of they're getting older, or they have these conditions that they may be denied if they were to apply. So it's a great way to at least, offer it, and if their participation is met, then there's no denial.
So basically, if 15% or more of the employees participate, then they can't be denied. Is that basically what you mean?
10 lives or 15% participation. So there's no blood work, no physicals, no underwriting. It's guaranteed issue. Okay. So great way to
That's nice. I remember the first time I got a life insurance policy, and say them coming to the house and doing the blood pressure check and drawing blood, and thinking, wow, they're going to find something wrong, and then they're going to say sorry.
Yeah, don't want you. Yeah. So if I were a business owner and say I had, we'll say 10 employees, okay, and I would call you and we'd sit down to talk, what would the process be in trying to figure out how you could help that employer?
So basically what we do is sit down with the employer and find out, a little bit about them, their business, the employees, asking about major medical. Aflac actually fits alongside anything that they do have in place, so it doesn't change anything.
Okay.
And we fit if they don't have insurance offered at all, so we don't change anything. Just really, it's kind of like an interview on both ways, I'd say, just to find out where we'd fit in for them. So just, asking a bunch of questions to find out, discover more a little bit about them and their business and employees.
Now, what if I were on my own? I had my own insurance and my employer didn't offer Aflac, or you just had your own insurance?
We do individual basis as well, but we're just not able to offer, certain products as an individual.
Okay.
If it's in a group, so it does take 3 lives or more to get those group rates. It's a 40 to 60% reduced rate as a group as opposed to an individual. Okay. So that's what's really nice.
Yeah.
And all of our policies are portable and rate stable too. So rates don't increase even if you move to another age bracket. They never ever increase. They're portable as well. So the employees actually own their policies. So if they retire or they do, move to another facility or employer, they're able to take those with them for that same exact rate.
So they keep the group rate they had even if they go.
Yes.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
Instead of it being payroll deducted, it would just be a monthly invoice to them, which is great. Which is also good for the life insurance, because if you leave, a lot of times that's connected to your major medical. So you would lose all of that.
Okay.
With our life insurance, you never lose that. It's the same portable and rate stable.
So say, for example, my employer offered Aflac. So can each individual employee pick and choose what they would like, or is it a blanket?
That's what's nice too, because we're able to, look at that as an individual need. What might be best for me or what I'm worrying about might not be, the same thing that someone else is looking at. We have critical illness and cancer plans too, so, that might be, someone might be worried that, that runs in their family, it's hereditary, and that's really what their main concern is. Where maybe it's my paycheck that I want to cover. So they get to pick and choose which plans. Not everyone has to have the same, so that's what's great.
Boy, that is nice.
Yes.
It's nice to have that a la carte type pricing. Now, there were a lot of changes, obviously, over the last 5 to 10 years in medical insurance. And is some of that, are the regulations that sort of changed your business over this? I know you've only been with Aflac for a little while. But.
Well, due to, the changes, mostly it's high deductibles, high premiums. If you have under 50 lives, that you employ, you don't have to offer major medical. So a lot of these companies are not offering major medical, we have a lot of employees that might not have that coverage. So bringing in some supplemental is a nice way to, enhance that situation for them. And, after sitting down and talking to the employer to find out, if it would be a fit both ways, that's then when we decide, how we're going to educate the employees. It can be in a group setting, it can be on one-on-one individual basis, just depends on the industry. We just had a trucking company the other day. We went in on a Saturday and just joined in on their safety meeting for 10 minutes, spoke to the employees. In some restaurants, we're sitting in a booth and one-on-one, as somebody has a little break. So we're able to, work and see, again, what fits.
Sure.
And then after that, the employees get to choose whether they want to sign up or sign off. So
and you get,
simple.
like you said, it can be deducted from your paycheck, or can you pay for the year? I mean, there's obviously different options, I would assume, for...
Yeah, there are different options. It is usually payroll deducted. And it just depends. Some people would be paid weekly, bi-weekly, so we are able to, just jump on and work with them accordingly.
Is it pre-tax, similar to health insurance, or no?
Most of our plans are pre-tax. So the post-tax would be the short-term disability and the life insurance, but everything else is pre-tax. So that helps increase the business owner's bottom line too. Sure. So that's always a plus.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Now, I remember when I had health insurance like me, you know what I mean, not through my husband, but you could only sign on at certain times during the year. Is that the way Aflac is as well? Like if you came in and I would say, no, I don't think I want that, but then 2 months later I'm thinking about it and saying, you know what, yes, I think that's a great idea. So can you do that at any time, or are there only certain times?
We have something similar where we do an open enrollment, so everyone has an effective date, and then every year we come in and talk to the employees. That's when we can make those changes. With the IRS and cafeteria style plans, those pre-tax plans, they do like them to be in place for 1 year. So we like them to make those changes during open enrollment.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But at the time, when I was younger and, not thinking you really need insurance, and, it's like, nah, I don't want to pay for that. And then
That's a lot of young people.
Yeah.
Everyone thinks they're bulletproof when they're, when they're 20.
Boy, isn't that the truth? You just can't even imagine, you know what I mean, that you would need that. And
Right.
especially life insurance.
Sure.
You think, geez, dude, I would rather have the money in my pocket for a good night out.
Yeah, now on your life insurance policy, is there an exclusion if you drink margaritas or anything like that too often?
No, it's just age-banded
might
and
be
tobacco.
ineligible.
Yeah.
They've thrown us out of other places.
That's
Yeah, this would be a new a whole category for us
Yeah,
to be
that's right.
thrown out of
That's right. We
life
got to add another one to
insurance.
the list.
We have such a good time teasing about margaritas.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, they're our favorite. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so that's what we spend a lot of time talking about it and actually drinking. Yeah.
Yeah, we do not drink it as much as we talk about it.
No.
At least I don't think so.
Yeah. We might. I don't
so
know.
we're just unaware. So
Yeah.
we're happily unaware. So.
And it works
Okay.
for us.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So tell us about your family.
My family, so I do have 2 boys, 15 and 10.
Oh, that's so
So-
nice.
They keep me busy. They're in sports, football, wrestling
Now they go to Barberton schools right now,
right now.
and will then come to Wadsworth.
Yes, yes.
So her older boy is trying to figure it out if he wants to come or stay at Wadsworth schools.
He'll be a sophomore, so
That's a tough
time
age to make that decision.
It is a tough age, yes. And so tell us about your boyfriend, about your partner. There we go.
Joe, he grew up here in Wadsworth, so, and we met at the gym, Advanced Performance CrossFit, over by Bueller's. So I've been a member there for 5 years and was just looking to work out and try it, and it just worked with my schedule after work, so being at the hospital, just went over there. So was able to meet Joe and his lovely family and make a lot of other friends here in Wadsworth.
What's Joe's last name?
Tricomi.
Joe. Gee, I know Joe.
You do? Did you coach him?
No, I didn't. I knew him when he was a young man, but.
So you know Ray and Linda.
I know Ray and Linda well. Yes. Wonderful people. Wonderful family.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So.
There's only a small amount of people he hasn't coached. Yeah.
I'm trying to work on Ray to get him to. He was looking to possibly work. Part time. I'm trying to get him to come to the golf course and work. So Joe, if you're watching, or if you can lobby a little bit, he's a great guy, and he'd be wonderful at the business. So
I'll tell Ray.
we chatted a few times about it. So
Yeah.
Oh, that's
But-
fun.
I think he mentioned it actually at
wonderful.
dinner one day.
yeah,
So
very wonderful family. So.
Oh, that's so nice. So where are you moving to in Wadsworth?
over by Treese.
Okay. All
Very
right.
nice.
Oh, that's a nice. It's a nice area, but it's so grown.
Yes.
You know what I mean? The trees and everything. It's really a pretty area.
As long as the
there.
bridge is open.
Oh boy.
It is now.
It is
It
now.
wasn't last year
is.
for a while there.
Yeah, because we live behind the hospital.
Okay.
So we always had, during those couple months, it
Okay,
had
yes.
to. I kept telling myself it's like surgery. You just have to go through it to make it better.
Yes.
Yeah, just have to have that little bit of pain. Yeah. So what do you like to do for fun?
Well, I feel like my fun is anything outdoors. We do a lot of bike riding, even gardening, lawn work, any of that. CrossFit, any physical exercise activities, those types of things. And, running the kids around,
Sure.
it's fun, but that seems to take up a lot of my time.
Yeah, and it does.
Yes, kids will do that.
Yeah. I can't imagine meeting somebody at the gym the way that I look when I go there. My hair up here in a ponytail and clothes that I shouldn't be wearing.
So I'm guessing that's how she first appeared, but then she noticed Joe or vice versa, and then all of a sudden the next time they went to the
Yeah.
gym, they were dressed a little differently.
Is that how it happened?
No, he has to take me how I am, I guess.
Oh my gosh, she probably has those little clothes that actually match.
Looks like she knows what she's doing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just think it's good I can find something clean that actually fits. Yeah, but yeah, you probably look like $1 million going to the gym.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh. How long have you been with Joe?
We've been together for 3.5 years.
Okay, so you know Joe.
I do.
Okay.
Ever since it was a very little boy. So.
Okay, because otherwise I'd have to say I got a meeting
He's a very,
to see if
very
this
nice
is an
young man.
okay thing.
Yes, He's
Yeah.
a wonderful family, nice young man. Always was a very polite young boy too.
Is he still polite?
He is.
Okay, good.
He is very.
And what does he do for a living?
He was working for Shears, but just took a position at the beginning of the year for Bob Evans. So not the restaurant portion, but the sausage that you see in the grocery store or the
Okay.
mashed potatoes, those. So he does some things with purchasing.
Very nice. Yeah.
And now you get all the free sage sausage you like to stuff your turkey with at Thanksgiving too, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That was a huge move for him. You both are kind of risk takers. And that might be another thing, not only exercise and healthy living, but then also risk takers.
Risk taking there, you're moving here to Wadsworth. Boy, you guys have all kinds of things going.
Yes.
coming
Yes,
to
we
fruition.
do.
There are a lot of things going on. Yeah.
A lot of things going on.
So, oh gosh, we're almost out of time again. Wait a minute, we got 2 minutes. I'm sorry, I just saw the seconds, and so I thought, holy smokes. Okay, so tell us about your family, like mom and dad and.
Mom and Dad, let's see, my dad is kind of like a Mr. Fix-It handyman.
Good.
So
With the new house, you're going to need that.
I call him all the time.
Did Dad come over and inspect it prior to purchase, that type of thing?
Oh, yes, yes.
Good.
Good.
Yes,
Good. It's good
he
to have
helps
a
in
dad
that
that
way.
does
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were getting ready to do something, preparing my house to put it up for sale. And I called him to ask for something if he had a tool. And he said, what do you need that for? Well, I need to just come and see this. What are you doing? What are you working on? So I didn't think I'd see him that quick, but he was there within about 5 minutes.
Oh, dads are wonderful for that kind of thing.
Yeah, he said, "You don't even need that." And then he tells me what I can do. So, yeah, it's great. He's great.
Yeah.
But he's always been, you know, a go-getter, a busy bee. He actually was a bodybuilder when we were younger.
Oh,
so
wow.
Holy
kind of always grew up
tamale.
with gym equipment around me, and it was fun. So.
Yeah, well, I didn't.
Just a blender, ice, and some limes. Huh?
I have 4 sisters, and 2 other sisters actually do CrossFit with me at the gym.
Wow.
So
Nice.
It's a great family
Yeah.
type event.
Oh my gosh, and that's a nice thing to pass on.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely, because you know what I passed on to my daughter was shopping.
that's
Nothing
fun
wrong
too.
with that either.
No, she's a good shopper.
That's fun too.
Yeah, in fact, we're going this weekend for Mother's Day
Yes.
shopping. That's our kind of a special time together. And she has 2 little boys that are 5 and 7, and so we tease each other that we can actually finish a sentence. Yeah, because we don't normally get to.
Oh, I'll
Yeah.
tell you, yes, they pretty much wrestle and throw each other through anything that can break.
Yeah,
Again, especially when you have 2 boys like that.
yeah,
Sure, that's-
boy, and
Yes.
you know too.
Yes.
Absolutely. I've got 2
Yeah.
grandchildren as well, 2 boys. So.
Well,
It's
now
fun.
we're out of time. Oh my gosh, this went by so fast, didn't it?
It did.
Holy smokes. So I'm going to say, well, thank you to Nicole DeWitt, who's our Aflac agent in the area. And Michael, you can sign us off then.
Well, thank you again, Nicole. Welcome to Wadsworth, and
Thank
have a
you.
great week, Wadsworth.